Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the FYB Rugby Round Table, and we're back with another club focus edition as we head to the return of rugby. And this week I'm delighted to be joined by the ladies from Oakmeadians RFC down in sunny Bournemouth. How are you all?
Good, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Lovely, thank you for giving up some time to come and chat to us.
No problem.
Well, Hez has been on the show before, right at the very beginning. I think it was episode 2 or episode 3 where we talked about the rise of women's rugby. So welcome back, Hez.
Thank you.
If you want to just introduce yourself, we'll go around the table. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your rugby background and what you do within the club.
Right. Who's going first?
You can if you like, Kelly.
Okay, I'll go. So yeah, my name's Kelly. I've been playing the Oakmeadians Ladies team for almost 5 years now. Hadn't done rugby before then, so it's quite new for me, but being quite sporty, seem to pick it up okay. And yeah, I currently tend to play wing or sometimes scrum half. Never been a forward. I'm not sure I'll ever be that brave enough. But yeah, I also do the club's social media at the moment. Well, the ladies team social media. So I'm involved in helping with recruiting and trying to promote the club.
Lovely. Thanks for joining us, Lucy. Welcome to the round table.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lucy. I first got into rugby at university, but very much a more social side than serious sport. And I started at Oakmeadians in 2013. So I've been here a while and actually stepped up to do some captaincy last season. And then just kind of kept engaged in the kind of leadership side of the ladies section this last year during lockdown.
Lovely. Thanks for joining us. And finally, Hez, welcome back.
Hello. So this is different. I am new to living in Bournemouth and new to Oaks Ladies. So it's going to be a pleasure playing for the team. Obviously, you probably know me from playing at Windsor. So going to bring my couple of years of 8 years of experience of rugby over to the Oaks, and hopefully some good wins on the table as well.
Lovely. Well, thanks for giving up some time on. This is recorded on Sunday, so yeah, Mother's Day. So yeah, thank you. Really appreciate. Not that we can do much anyway at the moment. So Kelly, give us a little bit of background on the club and whereabouts are you? A bit of history.
So we're based pretty much central Bournemouth, probably about 5-minute walk from the centre, really, and like 10-minute walk from the beach, which is great for post-training dip in the summer, which is nice. So
and
the club,
nightlife.
Oh yeah, and nightlife as well. Easy walking distance is very handy after a match. So the club actually started in 1963 now, so I think that's about 58 years it's been going. The ladies section in particular started in 1999. So it originally started from a school called the Oakmeads that was based in Bournemouth, and they set up a rugby club, and it's sort of grown since then into a really big established club. I think one of the biggest in Bournemouth, where we've got from the Little Bears group, which is like under 5s playing rugby, and then all the way up to we played touch rugby as well with some of the more retired players that don't want to do the contact anymore. And then obviously we've got a first and second men's team as well as the ladies team.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Sounds like a great club. So obviously we're now in lockdown 3, hopefully coming to the end in the next few months. Lucy, how has the club been engaging its members, and how difficult or how much has it changed over the last sort of 12 months?
Yeah, well, obviously when we first went in, it was a bit of a shock to the system, but we kind of tried to keep the ladies and the players engaged by keeping like virtual fitnesses on the training nights so that everyone was still around, trying to get fitness videos that were friendly for people being in apartments and flats, and babies that had just been put down to bed was a challenge, but it was great just to be able to still see each other. Kept up with a few socials, and then obviously we had to do virtual Christmas and end of season socials this year as well. And then this third lockdown's been a little bit different. I think it's been a little bit tough on everyone to keep the stamina going, keep the fitness going. So we've actually started doing dinner dates instead, where all the ladies just get their tea on a Tuesday night, and we all just sit around and have a chat. And actually, that's been really nice, taking the pressure off the kind of fitness side, but keeping that kind of family support together. So that's been good.
Have you seen the sort of the numbers sort of wane a little bit in this third lockdown compared to sort of the excitement and the buzz of being on Zoom in the first lockdown to oh my God, we're going through this again?
A little bit. In the first lockdown, we actually did a virtual fitness cup where we had 5 teams of 6 ladies. That's 30 ladies in total, all competing, going out, getting as many miles as they could on foot or on bike or in the sea. So it's kind of dwindled, but now I think everything's opening up slightly, and we've got dates for back at training, and we've got sevens tournaments organised in the summer. Hopefully, people are coming back out and getting excited and getting engaged again.
And as sort of someone new to the club, how have you found the way that the team has sort of engaged you? And bearing in mind, you probably have never met most of the team that you've joined.
Yeah, very true. So no, it's been really, really good for start engagement. So I kind of did my homework before I left Windsor, because I was still serious on playing some rugby, connected through social media, got in touch with the club, and then they obviously put me on, the Facebook group and the WhatsApp group, and the girls have just been really good. The banter's great on there. I think within about 2 weeks I was doing, as Lucy mentioned, one of the virtual dinners. My dinner was absolutely bad because I'd had a horrendous day at work, and I think it was just a standard jacket potato or something, when all the girls had been spending hours cooking some lovely meals. But no, I am super excited. I've met 2 of the girls actually for social distance walks, but I'm super excited to come into training in a couple of weeks' time and meeting the squad, getting back into it if I can remember how to pick a ball up, and just really getting back into the swing of things again.
Lovely. There's a police car driving past.
That's me.
We'll cut that out.
A good living around the roundabout where everything goes past.
Kelly, you said that you were in charge in social media. How have you been trying to engage possibly either new members or the rest of the club that way with your social media?
So we've done quite a varied amount. So at the start of lockdown, we used to post sort of what we called #sweaty selfies of our faces after we'd done a group fitness Zoom class, just to try and motivate people to come along and do a bit of fitness. We were only doing like 20 minutes to try and keep people engaged as much as possible. And then we did our end of season awards, and obviously announced all the awards on our social media there. So I think that was really nice for previous players that maybe had dropped off a little bit, to see that sort of resurface again, remind them about all the hard work they did last season. And then more recently, we've been doing like player profiles. So some of our older players, but also some of our new players from last season, did a little profile on what their position is, what their most memorable rugby moment was, and their sort of rugby hero. So that's been quite nice to sort of praise them a bit and give a shout out to some of the people that are part of our team.
Oakmeadians seems like a really big club. How have you been able to engage the local community?
Yeah, I think it's great because we are a real community club in terms of, like Kelly said, we start them off at 3 years old, and then we've got senior teams who play. We even had a senior ladies women's team a couple of years ago called the Tenor Ladies. So we really have everyone there. It's a real family, I know that our under-18s ladies coach Gordon, he's really active in the local community, going into schools, introducing the women's game into girls younger and younger, which is really great, and we're really seeing then that coming back into the club.
Right. So rugby's back on the 29th of March in some shape or form. Are you excited? Are you trepidatious? What are your thoughts coming back into rugby in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, I'm super excited. We've all had a very, very long wait, over a year, to get back into playing rugby again. I think there is going to be the air of caution with people being sort of close to each other, and I'm sure we'll all be following the RFU rules. But I'm hoping that, there's lots of newbies, including myself, that are going to be there in a couple of weeks' time, back at training again. I think everybody's mentally and physically ready for it. I just need to get out the house. I've also, continued to keep my fitness up, which I think for some of my friends who play rugby, they found it challenging because, they've been working or furloughed, or, their mind's been in other places, which is totally acceptable for what's been going on lately. But, we're all in it together. I'm sure everyone's going to be super excited to see everybody get back to, the training, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually get some games in the next couple of months as well.
Yeah, Kelly, what are you most excited about?
I'm actually quite excited about training, although I do like the match side of things. The routine of having the Tuesday and Thursday nights, I've really noticed how much that is important for me personally in terms of like mental health. It's like the time where I feel like I can completely focus on one thing and not be thinking about all other stuff going on in the world and in life. So having that routine, being back with the girls and spending a couple of hours on Tuesday will just be really great to be back to doing that.
And Lucy, what's the bit you're most looking forward to?
Yeah, it's the same. It's just seeing all my friends again. We're super lucky that from the 30th we'll start back again. We get to go down, get to spend the evening with everyone. I'm a bit worried about if I can pass the ball again, but just super excited to see everyone, escape the house, escape work, forget about everything else, and then just really looking forward to the summer, getting games in, getting sevens in, getting back to it really.
Have you got games and tournaments scheduled already, or is it a case of wait and see?
Yeah, so we were really lucky in between lockdowns to get a couple of ready for rugby games going with the local clubs. So we owe our team down the road an away fixture, so that will be on the cards as soon as we can. And then we've got Bournemouth sevens, North Dorset sevens, and I'm sure we'll have some other ones organised really soon.
Brilliant. Obviously, women's rugby has been on the rise for the last number of years. Obviously, the last 12 months has probably not been great for the sport. But how do you go about recruiting new players? And have you, obviously, Hez has joined without meeting you all. Have any other players sort of come expressing an interest in playing when they can?
Yeah, I think we're lucky because we are in the heart of Bournemouth. We're one of the most established ladies teams around here, so we do get a lot of inquiries just generally from the website, from social media. That's how I joined. I was moving down to Bournemouth. I googled Bournemouth Ladies Rugby and we show up. So that is a great avenue. We've also got links with the local universities. Like I said, our under-18s coach has a lot of links with the under-18s girls coming through. And I think we're getting a lot of older girls coming back who used to play for us, and word of mouth really from a lot of people who work locally in Bournemouth. They'll bring along their work colleagues. yeah, keeping active on social media, just showing our presence and showing how much we enjoy each other's company on and off the pitch, and I think that draws a lot of players to us.
Definitely. And Kelly, does the social media stuff ramp up now that there is sort of rugby in the diary to try and find those extra players to join the team?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as we got the sort of green light from the RFU that things will be going back on the 29th, we would, straight on it with putting timers on Instagram about countdown to training, really getting people excited. And yeah, we've had a few people messaging in, just asking if they can join. Obviously everyone's welcome, like complete beginners to people that have sort of left the sport and want to return back to it. We're really excited to see some new players at the end of the month.
Hez, how did you find out about the club? No, obviously you've moved from Windsor. How did you go about finding that club?
A bit like Lucy, really. Just did a Google search in Bournemouth, researched it, got in touch very quick, to hear back from people, and I just thought I'm going to give it a go. And so far, so good. I think it's just reaching out, knowing that I was going to hang my boots up about a year ago. Then lockdown happened, and then I just went, no, I've still got it. I can still do this. I think with all the aggression that we've all got from the last year, I'm ready to do some tackling and get back to it. Yeah. Tackling
and drinking and socializing.
Yes.
That's the bit I'm looking forward to. Okay, cool. So Kelly, I want to ask about sort of the short term goals for the club, as well as what do you hope for in the next 2 or 3 years, really, going forward.
So I think short term, we just need to slowly ease everyone back into training, really, and everyone's fitness back up, getting used to doing the contact side of things, just getting back into the routine, I think. And we've had quite a few new players that sort of joined towards the end of the season that we played before lockdown. So it'd be great to get some more skills work done, and teach them a bit more and get them up to speed so that we're all ready to start playing some matches together. And then I guess for a little bit longer term, I think we're at the stage now where we've had a lot. The club changes every year. People leave, people join, people come back. So at the moment, we're in quite a good state where we've got lots of previous players that have got the experience. Then we've got lots of new players that are really enthusiastic to learn. So combining them together, I think we've got a really good team coming together, and we just need to get back into that training and get some matches under our belt, and hopefully start progressing in our league.
Brilliant. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So we end on this question, and it's a question for everybody. Really, just to give us one hope and one fear for either the club, yourself, or the sport in general over the next 12 months, and we'll go around the table. And Hez, do you want to kick us off with a hope and a fear?
Yeah, hope. I think after everything that's happened in the last year, I'm hoping that, like Kelly's said, lots of newbies turning up, starting in a couple of weeks' time. I just hope that there's still that drive for ladies to still play rugby and try a new sport, because I started 8 years ago, never played rugby before, started off playing hockey actually, and lots of running, and transitioned over to rugby. So I really hope that people give it a go. And for me, it's the best sport I've ever played. I'm so passionate about it. The worries I've got again is if the rates go back up again, COVID hits, we go back into lockdown, we get delayed further with the RFU roadmap. Like I've said, like how this year or the last year has gone, nothing is for certain at the moment. You can plan, but nothing's stuck in stone. So I'm trying to keep positive and be positive and think, no, let's just go for it. We've got these dates, and let's just put 110% into it and try and at least, I'm going to count this almost like as a pre-season. get the training
yeah.
in, get some games in, then September, bring it on. Yeah, so that's me.
Brilliant, thank you. And Lucy, one hope and one fear.
Yeah, my hope really is that people kind of see the benefit after lockdown of engaging back with their communities and really having that face-to-face somewhere to let it all out and just see that positive. And we see more people get together in their grassroots clubs and help out and volunteer, and a lot of clubs will be struggling, so it's going to take a big effort from everyone to really get us back to where we were. That's my hope. And my kind of fear is again, like Hez said, about hoping that we can actually play some contact rugby soon and that it's not delayed further, because it's been a real struggle to kind of engage the forwards in the ladies' games. The scrums have gone, the Ready for Rugby game is quite back focused, quite quick, and we need to get back into those rucks, back into that mauling, back into those scrums, and really get our forwards back into the game.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's all I've got. I've got a choke tackle and a roll and a driving maul. Lifting and a line out, and I don't think that's happening. Kelly, finally, one hope and one fear.
I think my hope would be around sort of women's rugby in general, that growing a lot more. I mean, the past 3 years, I think I've seen it grow massively.
Do you think a lack of a Women's World Cup this year could hurt the rest of the year, or is it an opportunity? Based on the fact you just said about growing, is it an opportunity to spend the next 18 months really hammering everything?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got the youth engaged now and seeing a lot more younger girls really interested in rugby, and it's been televised a lot more. Obviously, the delay due to sort of COVID reasons is unavoidable. But I think it'll give us a nice period of time to get back into it, get back into swing of things, and then we'll be raring to watch the World Cup next year and play ourselves, which would be great. So really, I think seeing youth come up and them being really engaged in the women's game, actually watching it, and I think probably my fear would be a little bit around the way the game is changing in terms of contact, and the new rules coming in with a lot of consideration around protecting people's health, especially around head injuries. Obviously, we want everyone to be safe, but it'd be just interesting to see how that's done at sort of grassroots level, where you don't have as much as sort of the professional game has in terms of medical support. So I'm hoping it can stay the exciting game that it is and has been, but also become safe for everyone.
Lovely. No, that's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, finally, Lucy, where can people find out more about Oakmeadians?
Yeah, if you Google women's rugby Bournemouth, we've got our website. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram at Oakmeadian Ladies. Yeah, all our contact details are on there, and just please get in touch.
Lovely. So thank you, ladies. Absolutely superb. It's great to chat to you, and I will be in Bournemouth soon, so I will come and have a drink down the club, and come watch you guys play. That'd be awesome. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to go to rugbystore.co.uk. Use the promo code FYB Pod and get 10% off anything in store. And at the moment, they've got 10% off everything. So get another 10% off when you use FYB Pod. So go and check that out. And there, the bills paid. So yeah, lovely. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. And we'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.